Aloha friends, I'm Ash.
And I'm Matt, and we are the Yoga Couple,
Welcome back to our channel.
a page dedicated to cultivating freedom in body, mind, and soul. Aloha, welcome in. Today I want to go over a simple meditation technique and really the core of any and all meditations. And really what it is very simple. To begin meditating, it's really just a matter of finding a comfortable place to sit. There's no correct posture or anything like that. It's just usually recommended, something comfortable, but to the point where you're not going to fall asleep, right? So as much as I love to meditate laying down sometimes, it's sometimes not always the best choice because every once in a while you'll drift off, right? Now, sometimes though, it's appropriate. It's just the point of be aware of the fact that, you might fall asleep. So sitting up is usually better. It doesn't matter how. For Westerners, because we're used to sitting in chairs, it's often better to sit in a chair. I love to meditate, like say on the couch or like in a comfortable chair. It's much easier and it's supported. So that way my spine is erect. I can sit upright and feel comfortable and supported. So that's important. Okay, so regardless, we're sitting and you're comfortable, and all you need to do is close your eyes and let's see how to word this. It's not that it's a goal, but the goal of meditation, let's say the intention of the meditation, of any meditation, is to watch the mind. Okay, and the reason why I say, try to stay away from a goal is because when you have a goal, it just kind of gets the mind more involved because it tries to achieve and it gets really into things and the mind just gets more involved. What you really want to do though is just to watch. Okay, the intention is just to watch the mind. The thing about the mind is that it's constantly chattering all the time and telling stories to us. And when it tells these stories, sometimes they can be really stressful. Okay, they can be really anxiety provoking. They can be anger provoking. They can be, all kinds of things. They can generate emotions within us. And throughout our day, if we're not paying attention, these stories are running us. They create our model for reality and they affect our emotions all day long. So meditation is the practice of becoming aware that this is happening so that during our normal day-to-day life we can have mindfulness. And all mindfulness is just we are aware. We are aware of the stories being told and then we're not participating with them. So the intention is to observe and just watch. Stop participating for once. So we close our eyes, comfortable chairs, sitting upright, and we just relax and we just start to get quiet. And you just start to notice right away the thoughts that are coming up, okay? And you don't need to change them. You don't need to get involved. You don't need to resist them or anything like that. You just notice that they're there. And then my favorite technique is to just focus on who's listening. My most direct and simple meditation that I use and that I would give to you, that's been the most effective for me, is to just say, who's listening? Who is listening? Okay, if you want to do a mantra meditation, which is just to kind of focus and repeat a thought, that has a little more intention to it though. But the point being is maybe just every once in a while, just ask yourself, who's listening? And then let the thoughts keep going because they will. And they'll keep going. It's a meditation we often think is about stopping thoughts. That's not actually what it's all about. The real goal is it's such a habit of speaking, but the real intention is just to become aware of thoughts. That's what we're really trying to do. So it's not about stopping anything. You just notice who's listening. And it is in saying that, who's listening, that it draws attention to the silence behind the thoughts. Because to hear the thoughts, there has to be this awareness, this consciousness, this observer of the thought, right? And when you do that style, it draws me into this awareness of our true self, our spiritual nature that is unnameable. It's like it's intuitive, because it's like, it's empty. It's nothing, right? But it's everything, because within it, everything is experience, all our sensations, our thoughts. But yet, if you say, who's listening, you'll notice it's a background of silence. It's an infinite potential, okay? It's an infinite consciousness. So the meditation, the simplest meditation, is just who's listening. You're right there. You're listening right now. I feel you. You're there. You're there. It's almost like force your mind to talk to the true you. Force your mind to out itself and to separate itself. You're listening to me right now. You're in there. Okay? Whatever works for you. The point is you're drawing attention to that silence. And then you're watching the thoughts as they arise. You're watching the stream of thoughts that just kind of go and go and go. And the most important thing is it starts to become prevalent to you that you are not your thoughts. It starts to really set in that the thoughts are just always flowing. And if we participate and we run with every single thought as they come, then yeah, we're going to be stressed. Yeah, we're going to be afraid, and we're going to be tripping out, because the thoughts are crazy. They're so random sometimes. And if we chase after and believe every single one of them, then man, we're going to go insane, right? So instead, meditation is teaching us to stay with the silence. That's mindfulness. Stay within the silence and let life flow through and past, perhaps, past you. In that, if you are in the silence, everything else is just flowing, and you're always peaceful, unmoved, unchanging. Even as all of life changes, you are always steady. This is why the great spiritual teaching of be still and know that I am. Okay, be still, meaning find me in the stillness. Find me in the silence. That is the message of God, shall we say. And meditation helps us to practice this in a controlled environment, so that when we are in our everyday lives, we can still be in the silence while we participate. So right now, for example, it's possible for me to be still present in that silent awareness, but then the body's still speaking. You know, we're still doing these things. I'm sitting up. It's participating in life. Thoughts could still be coming through. Sensations are arising. But behind it all is still that silence. Behind it all is still that awareness, that presence of self, of deep self, of deep, that essence, that source, that godliness, that divine awareness, that consciousness. So this is the simplest meditation, yet it's really simple and yet that powerful. It does not need to be anything complicated. And I give this to you hoping that you'll try it and that it will be of aid to you. I know that for me, you know, I tried all kinds of different meditation techniques, and this one was the most effective because it cut right to the point. Cut right to the point. You're right there. You're listening right now. You're with me in every experience. You're always there. I draw attention to it. And it's intuitive, right? It's not the mind doesn't discover it because it's already there. And it's very powerful. And sometimes it can bring a huge epiphany. It can be very paradoxical too, you know, it can be this very interesting thing. It can be peaceful, it can be frightening, because the mind ultimately is, for the first time perhaps, realizing that there is something beyond itself. Right? And then it's like, whoa, okay, that's waking up. That's waking up from the dream that is the mind. It's waking up from the stories. The mind's constantly running around telling. All right, guys, give it a shot. Let me know in the comments how it goes. Let me know if you have any questions. I'd be happy to help. And just stay with that silence. Be still, and you will find who you really are, you'll find that peace that we're all striving for. Namaste, guys. God bless. Good luck. I love you. Hope this helps.